Multiplier Method. Introduction. The multiplier method is a standard formula used by courts and motor accident claims tribunals to calculate compensation in death and permanent disability cases. It ensures uniformity, fairness, and certainty in awarding compensation. This method avoids arbitrary awards and follows judicial guidelines. It is the most commonly tested topic in motor accident compensation for LLB exams. Meaning of multiplier method. The multiplier method calculates compensation by multiplying the annual loss of income of the deceased or injured person with a fixed number called the multiplier. The multiplier is chosen based on the age of the deceased or claimant. The method mainly compensates loss of dependency. It aims to reflect future loss of earnings in a reasonable manner. Why multiplier method is used? The multiplier method is used to ensure uniform compensation, avoid guesswork and arbitrariness, provide just and reasonable compensation, reflect future loss of income realistically. Courts prefer this method as it is structured and predictable. Steps in multiplier method. The calculation of compensation under this method involves the following steps. Determination of annual income. The first step is to determine the actual income of the deceased or injured person. Income may be proved by salary slips, income tax returns, or other evidence. If proof is not available, notional income may be fixed by the court. Future prospects may be added depending on age and employment status. Deduction for personal expenses. A portion of income is deducted towards personal living expenses of the deceased. The deduction depends on the number of dependents. 1/3 deduction for 2 to 3 dependents. 1/4 deduction for 4 to 6 dependents. 1/5 deduction for more than 6 dependents. The remaining amount is treated as annual loss of dependency. Selection of multiplier. The multiplier is selected based on the age of the deceased or claimant. Younger age attracts a higher multiplier, while older age attracts a lower multiplier. Courts follow standard multipliers prescribed by the Supreme Court. This ensures consistency across cases. Calculation of loss of dependency. Annual loss of dependency is multiplied by the chosen multiplier. This gives total compensation for loss of income. Loss of dependency equals annual income minus personal expenses times multiplier. This forms the main component of compensation. Addition of conventional damages. In addition to loss of dependency, certain conventional amounts are added such as loss of consortium, funeral expenses, loss of estate. These are fixed amounts awarded under settled judicial principles. Case law, Sala Verma vs. Delhi Transport Corporation, 2009. Facts. The case involved inconsistency in application of multipliers by various courts in motor accident cases. Different tribunals applied different multipliers leading to unequal compensation. Held. The Supreme Court laid down a uniform table of multipliers based on age. It standardized deductions for personal expenses and clarified the method of calculation. Case law, National Insurance Co. Limited vs. Mrjsbhatti, 2017. Facts. The issue before the court was addition of future prospects and conventional heads of compensation. Different courts followed different practices. Held. The Supreme Court fixed percentages for future prospects and standardized amounts for conventional damages. It strengthened the multiplier method and ensured uniformity. Advantages of multiplier method. The multiplier method ensures fairness and consistency, reduces arbitrariness, provides predictable compensation, protects interests of victims and insurers. Conclusion. The multiplier method is the backbone of motor accident compensation law. By providing a clear formula based on income, age, and dependency, it ensures just and reasonable compensation. Supreme Court guidelines have made this method uniform and reliable. Understanding the multiplier method is essential for LLB examinations and practical handling of motor accident claims.